Today I'm going to talk about somatic shadow work. Somatic refers to the body, so it's a body-based shadow work, and this is actually my concept. And it's going to be related especially to twin flames, but it can be related to anyone that can create chemistry within you. And I'm going to explain how. So in order to understand this concept, you have to understand that there are two systems operating within you. The first one is going to be the head. And the head works in a way that it loves agreement, it loves stability, loves sameness. And that's why when you agree or people agree with you, they say something that you like to hear, you feel good, you feel it here, you feel good. And when you meet people who have similar belief systems, so this is where the belief systems are, same culture or like-minded people, you feel really good with them. And this is what this means. And as soon as someone disagrees with you, have different opinions, different ideas, or you get into this am I right, am I wrong struggle, that's when you feel really bad, or you feel angry, you feel resentment. And that's actually the head. And this is actually the classic shadow work that Carl Jung came up with, where he points out that when you feel anger or something negative towards someone, that part is in you as well, but it's repressed. And this is going to be a very different way of saying it. But I'm going to add that when you agree with something and you feel very good, and you like something that is heard, that also shows your shadow on the head level, your belief systems, because when you overly like something, it means that the opposite of that, it's repressed in you. And the second type of system is going to be your body. And the body works in an opposite way compared to the head. And the body works that opposites attract, because this is where your energies are. And the more different someone is, the more stirred up you are going to be. And your twin flame is going to be your exact opposite, and that is going to cause this huge energetic pull, energetic connection with that person. Because anybody who can make you emotional can help you to heal, because this is where your trauma is stored. This is your inner child, the body. That's why I keep touching this part. And the way you should imagine is that you have lots of repressed parts within you, and there is going to be half of it that is dominant, because it works in a way that there are all of these things, and one of them is going to be, so they work as a paradox or duality. One of them is going to be overly dominant and one of them is going to be dormant, but it's going to be the opposite. And if you made them communicate these two opposites in a way, the difference is not going to be as huge. So what that means is that when someone makes you feel stirred up, so you feel a physical attraction to that partner, and physical attraction is, it's not like, oh, that girl is hot or that guy is hot. No, it's something that is beyond your cognition, because this is your cognition and this is your subconscious. Is that there is absolutely nothing interesting in that person. It's not how the person looks. It's not what the person does. It's just something you cannot really wrap your head around, but there is something in that person. That as soon as there is a physical connection, it's just complete fireworks for no reason at all. And the reason is actually that the person has those repressed parts within him or her as a dominant one that you have as a repressed one. And your nervous system can sense it, but your mind doesn't understand what is happening. And this is what somatic shadow work is, because this is body-based compared to the classic shadow work that is cognition-based. And what that means is that certain people are going to trigger on a body base that maybe they represent 5%, 10%, 20%, 40% of what is repressed within you. And the bigger percentage they represent, the more stirred up they can make you. That's why it doesn't really worth stressing about twin flames, because a twin flame connection is not a fairy tale romance. A twin flame connection is a help to wake you up to integrate with yourself. And the integration is that these old wounds are coming up and you can see them now. So whatever is repressed within you, now you can integrate them back to feel whole. And that's why even when someone is not a twin flame, can help you. It's just the relationship is not going to be as intense, but on the same time, it's not going to be as risky either. So it's like a slower healing. That's why twin flames are called twin flames, because the flame refers to that it's really fast. It's and it's also very dangerous. Sometimes it actually feels like burning in hell, because it can be so stressful and abusive, and it can really turn yourself against yourself. So how you can use it? So the twin flame can trigger you to certain depth, and these relationships actually going to do a very different thing as well. So they not only trigger this hidden part, they also going to trigger something else, and it's a very, very deep need that you were completely aware of, and it just bring these parts of you up, and you are just like, I didn't even know I wanted this. So they are going to show you your deepest desires and deepest needs that you were unaware of, and now you are aware of them. And at the same time, they can trigger very negative behaviors out of you as well, that you haven't behaved like that before in your previous relationships. And as I said, this system works in a way that opposites attract. And this is where the problem is, because the head works in a way that similarities attract. And that's why you have this huge abuse in the relationship, because you don't understand each other. So what happens is that if you understand, so you learn about this other person and allow the other person's internal reality, you can actually build this version of you up by also allowing and practicing that you are going to be similar to that other person. What it means is, if you are the chaser, you have a compulsion to be always with the person, which can be overwhelming and possessive from the other person's point of view. And what you do is you kind of calm yourself down and make sure and practice that you pay attention to other things as well, and you don't overwhelm the partner. So you become closer to the middle by using what the other person does. That's the runner who focuses on other things in life as well. And if you are the runner, what you do is you let your guard down and let the other person closer and engage in the relationship more. So you take the other person's traits, and that's how you become in the middle and you become secure in the relationship. But to do that, you have to use your brain. And that's how you actually become similar as well, because you will understand each other. So the abuse is going to reduce, and then it's going to actually go away in a way that you will be able to work on it together, because your communication style is going to work as well. And that's what it means, that what this abuse represents, that there is no good communication between the head and the body, because it couldn't develop during your childhood. And now this relationship can actually help you to rewire these old patterns and create a lot healthier ones. Because as soon as you become more similar on the head, in the head, because as I said, the head wants similarity, but what it means is that you add more and more knowledge, more and more pattern, more and more understanding. That's when you are going to calm down, both of you. And as soon as one of you starts to behave differently, the other person is going to start behaving differently as well, if the other person actually works on himself as well in this process. And if only one of you is willing to do the work, then you have to understand that the relationship is not going to be healthy for you. And also, when you become healed, you won't see the other person as attractive anymore, to be honest. Because as soon as you change, your energy is going to change as well, because these old parts are going to be integrated within you. So whatever was opposite attraction, you will change and the other person doesn't change. The attraction actually will go away, and you will be able to feel attraction to a completely different person. And because you are now a lot more healed, actually you will feel that attraction that is coming from the body with a healed person. So that's the good news about it. See you in my next video.